Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nokuhle and today's video is a reflection video. So basically I'm going to be looking at the year of 2023 just to assess how I've done, how I've performed, what worked, what didn't work, and then this will actually help me plan for the year of 2024 in terms of my goal setting and targets that I want to achieve during the year. If you're new to this channel, I hope that you do stick around. I actually do a lot of videos around personal finance, careers, and goal setting, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, bangani. It's so good to have you back. And guys, if you don't already know, goal setting is like one of my favorite things in life. I think I have been setting goals since I was in grade 4, so about 2007, and I'm actually very happy to say that there's no goal of mine that I've set like back then that I haven't achieved. So obviously we're gonna get into 2023's ones because sketchy bongo, but also I want you guys to realize that it's not because I set realistic goals or like I'm saying little small stupid things, but it's just to show you that once you've put it down on paper and once you've set your mind to something, your everything you do is in motion. Everything you do is actually working towards that goal, and what might have seemed like impossible actually becomes quite doable. But yeah, stick around. I will show you how I do it, and if you haven't already, you should check out my Get Ready With Me book. If I could just grab it. This is the book that I recently released. It is mainly for people who are in university or those who have just started their first job.
Alright, so guys, if you grab a copy of your Get Ready With Me work edition book, you can expect 8 chapters. It's meant to be a short read. It's actually not that long, and I haven't put in like fluff just to make it seem like a bigger book. The aim is to finish it, but you can jump from one chapter to another depending on what you need at the moment. It has sections such as young professionals bank account, apartments, buying versus renting, buying your first car, do's and don'ts, job tips, interview tips, wardrobe essentials, goal setting, as well as budgeting and investing. It also includes templates.
But I just want to specifically go to have a goal setting chapter. And guys, sometimes when you're setting goals, it's very difficult because you don't know what the difference is between a goal and a dream. So this chapter actually helps you kind of put it into words, kind of ask you, what do you want to be when you're 40? Like, who are you? Tell us about yourself. Write a biography of yourself at the age of 40, and then kind of roll it back. What do you need to do to get there? So that chapter has all of the steps, and I have also used it in the current year. If you do want to grab a copy of this, it is available on www.lomaku.co.za, or you can just pop me a DM and I'll send you a link. But also, yeah, not too much about the book. This is actually about the reflection, so let's get right into it. I'm going to explain to you guys how we're going to do it. I am going to go through a couple of prompts, so I've got these off online. Basically it's like questions that will make you think about the year that you've had, and then I'm going to ask you to pause the video so that you can actually respond to each prompt as I'm reading it out, and then after that I'm going to share my responses to the prompt, and I'm inviting you to also share some of your responses if you are comfortable to do so. I obviously love engagement and I love seeing you guys in the comments, but goal setting is something that is very personal, so if you're not really keen to share, I completely understand. But we are a family here, and chances are no one really knows your YouTube handle, so throw it in the comments, bro. Like, throw it in comments. I want to see, because when we reflect next year this time, I want to come back and at you and be like, hey girl, or hey guy, or hey friend, how did this go? And thank you so much to everyone who actually did engage me on Instagram. I did actually do like a little Q&A on Instagram asking people about their goals, and people told me so many ndabas, like so many stories, and I was like, yo, so many people are going back to school after like taking long breaks. So many people are graduating, people are buying houses, people are buying cars, people are getting married. I'm like, yo, I'm dreaming small, I'm dreaming small. So the prompts for our reflection video will be the following. There's 8 of them. I'm going to ask you to pause after each one just to jot down something, even if it's for like 30 seconds. So the first prompt is, if I could sum up 2023 in one word or phrase, what would it be? The second prompt is, list all of your highlights and accomplishments from 2023. Number 3, what worked in 2023? Number 4, what didn't work in 2023? Number 5, how did my life evolve this year? Number 6, what was your favorite memory of 2023? Number 7, what about 2023 am I most grateful for? And number 8, what are the plans for the year ahead?
Alright, 5 more seconds just so you guys can actually jot something down. And if you're done, you can just comment. I promise I wrote something somewhere.
Alright, cool. I hope you guys have jotted something down, because I'm gonna feel really awkward if I'm sharing all of this with you but you're not sharing anything with me. But you know, let's get right into my responses. The first one is, if I could sum up 2023 in one word or phrase, what would it be? So like, I've been trying to do this. Obviously, as I was planning for the video, I'm like, come on, just one phrase, just one word. And I can't come up with anything except this was my absolute best year. Like, this was my favorite year of all the years I've ever lived. Obviously, I don't want to say it was the best year of my life, because, oh, actually I can, because of my current life. But I obviously know things are still going to get better the older I get, the more successful I get. But like, this was my favorite year to date. I think I said the same thing last year. I have had an absolute blast. I think this is one of my most favorite years ever. But guys, honestly, this year was the year. And it's not because like I achieved all of my goals or anything. I really didn't. Like, this is probably the one year where I did not achieve majority of my goals. But like, this just goes to show that I really stuck to like my theme or my plan for the year. And 2023 for me was my year of happiness. It was my year of like being happy now, because I felt like in the past I delayed a lot of my gratitude, I delayed a lot of my happiness, because I was like, oh my god, I have so many things to do. I need to qualify as a CA, I need to finish university. Like, there was just always a deadline that I was trying to catch, and I was like, you know, 2023, I'm not doing that, and I wouldn't have been happy. So obviously I'm not going to jeopardize my future, you know me, I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to enjoy the process. I need to enjoy the journey, because life is actually more about the journey than the destination. And if you're just going to like bear with the journey just because you think you'll be happy, you might actually be very, very disappointed. I'm living in the moment. I'm having fun right now. Like, you know, I don't want to live a life where if I were to die, I'm like, oh my gosh, how could I die before I do 1, 2, 3? And you know, like, I had the ability to do it. So 2023, there was nothing stopping me. If I wanted something and I could, you know, reasonably afford it, and it wasn't gonna like jeopardize my future, I did it. I honestly did it, and I had so much fun. No, it definitely hands down my favorite year. Obviously it's gonna get better. Definitely has to get better, because I mean, excuse me, gotta get better, gotta get a British accent, you know, gotta drive Range Rover, gotta have kids, you know, a lot of things I still want, gotta get married. But for what I could do in 2023, best year. Actually, a phenomenal year. I don't know why I'm speaking with this British accent. I haven't even been to the UK, you know? I have not been to the UK. That's the one place I haven't been. I don't want to say it's a country just in case it's not. And I know my little brother will judge me and say my geography is whack, because I don't know. Certain things are countries, others are continents. Okay, I know continents. I'm not that bad. But like, certain things are countries, others are cities. Like, is the UK a country? United Kingdom, I think it is a country, and then the city is London. Yeah.
United Kingdom is not a country. It's a United Kingdom. It's made up of countries such as England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland.
All right. I get it. Bye.
Yeah. Kafana god. Kahle where Queen Elizabeth used to be, you know, that's where I want to go. Why? I don't know, just because I have to tick it off my imaginary list. Like, I have no interest, I just, you know, want to say I've been there. But anyways, to sum up number 1, which was all over the show, one word or phrase is 2023 was my year of happiness. It was my best year. I was happy.
And yeah, the song is, I love the song, but sometimes I forget the lyrics. Not even, in fact, let me not lie, I don't know the lyrics. So yeah, half of the time when I'm babbling, just bear with me. Oh, I can't believe it. You're a G, come angel. I can't believe I have fallen for you, and I was not looking when I was content to remain. And you turned on it to be back in the game. You are the one who left me to the sun. How could I find out though that I was lost without you, and I was not looking when I was content to be me. And it's ironic to be back one more time in the game. Don't perform. You are the one who left me to the sun. How could I find out though that I was lost without you, and I don't fall for Sabo babo tando tande Salobo tado babo tando Tabo babo tadum tadu. Oh my papa papando Tado babo tende bo bamde. Oh my papa, I have fallen for you. I won't fight to fellow. I don't baby. You're a dream coming true. Oh my heart, I have fallen for you. I won't fight to follow. Baby, you're a dream coming true. Oh my heart, I have fallen for you. I won't fight to follow. Baby, you're a dream coming true. Oh my heart, I have fallen. You guys know this part. I won't fight to baby.
Number 2, list all of your highlights and accomplishments from 2023. So I'm actually gonna refer to what I wrote in my book, because I did a whole goal setting thing before this video. So my achievements for the year, I'm gonna list them, guys, because there's a lot. Okay, I'm not gonna talk too much. I'm just gonna go ba. I traveled to the USA and Australia. I registered as a CASA. I took a solo trip. I went to Chicago and Washington, D.C. alone completely. I made new friends, just to name a few: Lindiwe, Tandiwe, Nonku, Natalia. I left my corporate job. I redeveloped my fashion sense / style. I wrote and sold my first guidebook, Get Ready With Me. I came up with a unique company name, Lomaku baby. it's just my surname flipped around. I made more decisions that made me happy. I bought myself multiple luxury bags. I'm talking Michael Kors, LV, Gucci. I know all of y'all. I bought myself a phone, iPhone 14 Pro Max, 512 gigabytes, cash. Guys, I put that down there because I realized, I was like, hey, well, all these years, and my mom has been the one buying me phones the entire time. I don't know why I'm still holding this up, but all these years, yeah. So I was like, hey, well, this is actually my first time buying a phone. What? Obviously, I bought like a little dilly, like an emergency bopple phone, but I don't count those. But I'm saying like a proper big girl phone. I bought that this year, and I also bought an iPad and an Apple Watch and a stylus pen, and I have the entire Apple ecosystem except that little speaker because I don't need that. But like I have the entire Apple ecosystem, and like I'm literally living my dream girl life, because when I was at UCT and I saw all those rich kids with the MacBooks, I was like, I want one of these. I've had my MacBook for a couple of years now, but like the fact that I have the iPad pen, yonking, like if I wanted, I got it. Hey, well, even this watch, I thought it was gonna make me jima some more. anyways, I was an active / supportive friend. Yo, guys, I always say I don't think I am the best of friends. Like I acknowledge my shortfallings or my shortcomings or whatever it's called. So with friendships, I'm a really great friend, but when I'm close to you. When you're far from me, I'm not that active. I'm not really good at checking up on people. It's just because I'm always so busy, and I just assume that people know that if they need me, I'm here, but like I'm not gonna chat to you every day. Like I'm not one of those friends, okay? And a couple of my friends are quite high maintenance friends, and they do want those regular conversations, and a couple of them have actually called me out on it. So, you know, in 2023, I really actively tried to do it, even though I was in different countries, I was in different time zones. But I was like, you know what, bruh, I cannot lose people who actually make me so happy just because I'm so busy working. So I'm really proud of myself for that. I feel good, and it's been so great experiencing my friends, like, you know, and it's like they're so grown. My friends are so grown. Like, what do you mean? But that also means I'm also grown. But anyways, I really enjoyed being a friend this year. I enjoyed it, and I hope my friends enjoyed having me too. I also have here that I didn't get pregnant. I also exercised quite frequently, and I watched what I ate. I actually lost 5 kgs this year, believe it or not. So excited! And the last thing is I had the best year I could possibly have. So honestly, I'm happy. Like, I am happy. Didn't really achieve all my goals. I've got my 2023 goals here and there because I told you I've been setting them. And when I look at what I had set out, I only got 6 out of the 10 that I'd initially set out. But like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at this because I did what I could. All right, number 3, what worked in 2023. So I've got a couple of things I've jotted down here, but the main one was putting myself first. Like, I really think that was the best decision I could have made in my life. I'm also glad that like I had the wisdom to do that now instead of like earlier. So a lot of us want to put ourselves first. A lot of us do want to prioritize self-care, self-love and all of that, but like at certain times it might be self-sabotage, like if you do it too early. Like for example, if you're stressed about an exam and then you're like, I'm gonna practice self-love and I'm not gonna go right. Yes, in the short term it sounds like a good idea because you're not gonna be stressed about the exam, but in the long term you're missing out the opportunity to go write that exam, which that could like potentially push you in terms of your career and all of that. So I'm really glad that I had the wisdom and the strength to practice my self-love and self-care during a year where there was not a lot of fundamental things happening. I was actually just cruising nicely. So I'm grateful for that. I do take that as a privilege. What also worked was spending money in 2023. So I spent the most money ever in 2023. Obviously, I know it's because I was working abroad like for 6 months out of the year. So obviously when you're spending in international currency, things are a lot more expensive. But like when I look at my 22/7 app and I look at the money in versus the money out, and like it does a nice graph. I did a whole video on this. If you don't know what app I'm referring to, it does a nice graph to show you like this year 2023 versus 2022. And like I was looking at how much money I was spending on a monthly basis, and I'm like, bro, who do I think I am? But I have no regrets. Like, you know, one thing about money, it'll come back. Like, it will definitely come back. And I'm done with this thing of, no, I'll get it later. No, if I can afford it now and it's not gonna change the trajectory of my life tremendously, let's do it, bro. Let's rock, let's roll. Because how do you know you're gonna get another chance to do this? And this was especially when it came to travel. So like when I was in America and also in Australia, obviously when you're earning the money, you kind of want to come back to South Africa with money, because it's like you can't go work abroad and then you come back and you're the same. But I was also like, you know, when am I going to get an opportunity to travel for so cheap? For example, like a flight from Philadelphia to LA, Los Angeles, was like 10,000 Rand or 8,000 Rand. That was like change for me when I was working in America. But like if I want to go to LA again now from South Africa, I'm going to have to at least have 80,000 Rand, you know, just to enjoy it. So I was like, you know what, bruh? Come on, just go. And like even if I do go in the future, I'm not saying I'm not going to go abroad anymore. Please, I definitely need to go back, because I think the travel bug has definitely bitten me. But even when I go in the future, it might not be under the same circumstances. I might not be as stress-free or carefree. You know, if I go in the future, I might have a house to pay for. I might have kids that are traveling with me, which means I can't really do all the things I want to do, because remember, I'm a mom and then I'm a human. So I was like, you know what? This is the perfect time. Let me go for it. So I'm really glad I spent my money. Even when I was buying things, like I was buying bags for prices that I do not want to mention on this video, because I am your personal finance creator, and you guys are gonna like look at me sideways like, are you, like did that make sense to you? Like as a finance creator, that made sense to you, but you know, as Nokuhle Khumalo, that made perfect sense for me. As Nokuhle Khumalo CASA, I'm not sure. Another thing that worked for me in 2023 was making friends. I made so many new friends, guys. I made so many great people. It was just such a great year for friendship. Like it was amazing. I met so many new people. People I've worked with in the same company for 3 years, but because of the nature of our work, we would have never met. And it's like, you know, we didn't meet back in South Africa, but we're meeting halfway across the world, in America and in Australia, and it's like, you know, whatever, man. So shout out to the people I met this year. It has been a blast. You guys really contributed to making my year the success that it was. You guys felt like a home away from home. And like when you're abroad, guys, like, oh, I'm gonna tear up. And my mom might be watching this and she hates it when I cry on camera. But guys, like when yo, you mic. Now you guys are gonna see that I'm a cry baby. I'm a cry baby, but when it's time for me to kidding, I've never hit anyone in my life. Not because no one's ever annoyed me enough to hit them, but I just always feel like the consequences are not going to be worth it. Like I always feel like I might hurt someone and put them in hospital, so I'm not trying to get those medical bills, bro. You know, like I'm a financial person before I'm an emotional person. So if it might result in me losing money, I ain't coming to that party, bro. But anyways, okay, the aircon has helped dry away my tears. But what I was saying is like when you're in a foreign country, you really rely on people who have somewhat of a similar background as you. So like suddenly if someone's from South Africa, it's like, that's my friend, that's my bestie, you know, me and my twin will be vibing, even though you guys didn't really know each other back in SA. But it's like, bro, I know you know what I'm going through. I know you feel it. Or even worse, like I remember when we were in Australia, whenever we saw another black person, it always felt like I see you, okay? And that was just because there are so few black people in Australia. So, you know, there will be times where you lean more towards certain type of people. It's like if you're in a club, every woman in that club is your best friend. You are willing to ride or die for that girl because that is your best friend. You will do anything to make sure that they are safe, and they will do the same thing. Similar when you're in a country that is predominantly white, when you see a black person, you guys are riding, and you know, like, but you'll get it, guys. And I don't mean this in any funny way, but it just so happens. But actually, even outside of skin color, when you are in a foreign country and someone is South African, the fact that you know what I mean when I say Mzansi, or when I say Brai, or when I say Leka, or when I say Sawubona, or Umuntu, or whatever, you know what I'm saying. Already, we are like more in sync than anyone else in that room, just because we come from the same country. So thank you so much to the people who made it worth it. It was super incredible to meet all of you. And you know, I had this thing, especially when I was in Australia, I'd tell people, no guys, we're all colleagues, we're acquaintances, because I had to remember that the reason we were all together is that we are colleagues, we all work for the same company. But at the end of the entire thing, I kept calling people friend. I'd be like, I'm Gandhi, I'm a friend, and then someone's like, remember you said we're colleagues. I was like, bro, we are no longer colleagues. After this, I am not working for this company, you are my friend. So I definitely made friends this year, and that worked. And lastly, what worked in 2023 is Lomaku. Lomaku, baby, you are making me proud, you are making me happy. Lomaku is like, you know, when I named Lomaku, actually, maybe I'll say the story when I'm rich and famous and I'm being awarded something. But when I named my company Lomaku, it was because I was trying to keep my Khumalo identity, because I understand I'm a woman and in the future I will get married, which means I will potentially have to change my surname, you know, and change over to my husband's surname. And I'm fine with that, but I also don't want to lose the Khumalo in me, because that is my surname and I cherish my surname. So I was like, what can I do that will allow me to keep my surname wherever I go, like forever and ever, amen, but without making it too obvious and without making it seem like, yo, this girl has attachment issues, like, damn, are you married or not, like, what do you mean? So I was like, you know, Lomaku. I started playing around with the syllables. I was like, oh my word, Lomaku, what a beautiful name. And I was like, oh my word, I'm gonna name one of my kids. And I was like, what if you don't have a kid, bro? Or what if the dad doesn't want that name? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna name my company, because that will be my first baby. So Lomaku, baby, we're up. And Lomaku, guys, has been incredibly amazing. We're still young, like, it's been 2 months of operating, not even 2 full months. It's actually been a month and a week, maybe 2 weeks. So we're still in the exciting you know, phase. So I don't want to speak too prematurely, but from what's been happening, I am really happy with where it's going. I am really happy to see it like taking off like this. I'm also really happy that people understand and see the value of what I am trying to create. Obviously the book is like the face of Lomaku right now. This is, you know, when people think of Lomaku, they think of the book, but going forward, Lomaku is going to be way more than the book. This was just like my foot in the door. The plans I have for Lomaku are insane, but you know, let me gather my thoughts and I'll be right back to tell you exactly where you need to put your money. Okay, for now, www.lomaku.co.za, and I am actually dropping a couple of additional products later on this month. No, actually next week I'm dropping a few new products, so you know, check those out. You know, if you have a little friend or a cousin or a partner who's starting a new job or whatever, and you want to send them a little package just to say happy first day of work, or you know, happy new year, whatever, maybe, you know, grab them a little book, little planner, little, you know, just check out the website. You'll see what you can grab them. But anyways, thank you. That is what worked in 2023. Number 4, what didn't work in 2023. Firstly, YouTube / my side hustle. So I didn't really reach my subscriber count that I wanted, which was 100k. nor did I reach the monthly amount I wanted to be earning on YouTube. But I fully understand and I'm fully okay with it, and it's because I wasn't posting throughout the year. Obviously, when I was going on my international secondment, I was not posting as much as I would have liked to. Actually, the first 3 months of the year I didn't post at all, and that's just because my company had a restriction because we were the auditors of YouTube America, so they were like, nah, can't be receiving compensation, so I kind of stopped YouTube. But I told you guys some other lie. I just didn't want to burn my company. Not that I'm burning them now, but I was also still a bit angry. I was like even contemplating not going to the US at all, because I was like, what do you mean I have to stop YouTube just to go to the US? But like, you know, after time I kind of understood what they were saying, and I think if they had given me a chance to kind of explain the type of earnings that I was getting from YouTube, they would have seen it wasn't really a conflict. But at the time I was like, I'm not really willing to argue with them because I do want to go to America. Okay, so yeah, it's okay. That was something I sacrificed to go, and I'm happy with it. It's fine. Now we rock 100k. We're definitely getting that this year. Like, I'm not even gonna ask you guys if you think it's possible. It is possible. We are getting it. Number 2, what didn't work was working internationally. So obviously I worked internationally twice because I was trying to see if maybe, you know, working in audits in South Africa was a problem. But I just think I'm not an auditor overall, and I've said this before, but like now I have the confirmation because I've worked in environments where I wasn't really super challenged. I've worked in environments which had great work-life balance. Basically, you don't work on the weekends. 5 p.m. you log off, out, drinks all the time, fun things, like, you know, like what people wish for. And I was still like, no, I'm still not gonna stay. So I realized that there's actually nothing that audit can offer me that would make me stay at this point in time. Rather, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. I just think I really need to try and push whatever I'm trying to push, give it all that I've got, so that I don't have this like feeling like, oh, I could have, should have, would have. Give it all that I've got, and when I see that it's not working out, if it doesn't work out, call it quits, and I go back with my tail between my legs and I ask for my job. And that's okay, guys. Like, I would have no regrets doing that, and I know my company would also accept me because, you know, when I come in, I kind of do a great job, and like, I'm a really great employee. I work well, I think. Anyways, what also didn't work was buying a property and investing more. So I just felt like I was a bit anxious this year, 2023, about spending too much capital. I didn't want to be caught up or like illiquid because I wasn't really making income when I left my job. So I was like, yo, what if I can't pay off my car, or what if I struggle to like get groceries? I was like, you know, so I was holding back a lot. But gone are those days. Ta-ta, bye-bye. That money invested, gone. I don't want to see it. Honestly, I don't want to live in that anxious phase. Literally, if I need the money, it's not like I'm gonna need it today. I will literally have at least a month. I can bring it back, pay for my things, and go. And also, I was still contemplating paying off my car, and I think I will pay it off in 2024. What I needed to do was to make more money, which is why I had to push Lumaku. I need to make more money so that I'm not feeling like I'm strapped for cash. So I'm fine. Money doesn't really stress me. I feel like money is a numbers game. So yeah, it doesn't really stress me. I will make it. I will have the money that I want. I just want more. I also needed to like invest a bit more in my hobbies. So that did not work in 2023, but 2024, we're coming for it. I'm playing my violin again. I am learning how to knit and sew and all of those nice things. I'm reading more. So, you know, we'll check in later on in the year to see how I'm doing with this. All right, cool. Number 5. How did my life evolve this year? This one is a simple one. I went from being employed to being self-employed. Simple. And I have now gone from a state of wanting to please people, wanting to make people happy. You know, I liked being praised, especially as a kid. I loved it when my dad and my mom were like, wow. Okay, they didn't really actually go wow a lot. My parents are quite quiet, humble people. They don't really like praise you when you do things because they don't want to like make it go to your head. So a point where I've like called them several times. I'm like, you know, I just did this. Other kids are not doing this. How come you guys are not proud? And they're like, bro, are you doing it for us or yourself? But yeah, so they've kind of taught me to not seek that validation from external people. So I'm definitely living for me Like, does it make me happy? All right, we vibe and we rocking, you know. Only person who matters is me. Obviously, I don't want to hurt people. This doesn't mean like I am disregarding other people's feelings and like, you know, emotions. Definitely not. Number 6, what was my favorite memory of 2023? I tried to think of this one, and like there were so many things that came to my head because 2023 was just like, you know, chef's kiss, I told you. But honestly, if I'm being very honest, I think my favorite memory was seeing my mom and her siblings go back to their home area. So they kind of moved to the city quite early, you know, because of udlame and all of that. So I didn't realize how much my mom and her siblings must have felt displaced. I guess there's like 11 of them, so I always thought, you know, they have home wherever all of them are, and they've always lived in the same city or same area. And my gran also lived in the city, so I didn't really think much of it. I was just like, whatever. Where's your mom's home? Ashburton. And it's like, bro, your mom's home is Ashburton, seriously? But I was like, whatever. But now when I see them, because they've now got like a home in the Makayas, when we go there and I see their excitement and how much they sing and they're like living their best rural life, and I'm like, shame, you know, I didn't realize that they felt so displaced. And like to finally have a place that they can really say is home, because that's where they grew up. It's the same area that they grew up. Yeah, I'm so emotional. Why am I crying like it's my home? But anyways, it was hold on. But anyways, it was really cute because like my mom doesn't really get excited by a lot of stuff. Ooh, man. But like it was really cute, especially seeing my mom so happy and so excited. Like I saw the childlike side to my mom. My mom is a very serious lady, you know, very composed, not very emotional, not like me. I am super emotional. Like if I'm angry, you can see it. If I'm sad, you can see it. If I'm happy, it is all over my face. My mom will literally keep the same face throughout, you know, very calm, collected, you know, sophisticated type of woman. But like seeing her smile and like, you know, like she was so happy, I was like, damn, bro. And like, you know, like obviously you guys know, like when you live in Makai, like certain things aren't really that great yet. Like when we went there the first time, there was no running water, so like to shower you kind of got a dish and you kind of, you know, face of ponds in the making. Oh gosh, my gown's gonna get wet.
If you guys want this content, you must check out Nokuhle's diary because that's where the vlogs are. Enough.
And my mom was like, oh no, I'll get you some washing water. I was like, okay. Like she was so happy. She's like, no, relax, you're in my home, so I'll look after you guys. And I was like, damn, bro. And I was like, damn, I feel bad because when she's at my home, her house, I do not run around like that for her. But like, yeah, I was happy to see my mom happy. But hey, like if you see blotches, like please forgive me. Someone said, hey, the YouTube bag must be bad. All the YouTubers are crying on camera. Guys! And this man's not about a man, okay? I feel better. Okay. Number 7, what about 2023 am I most grateful for? Community. Like, community really did the most. Like when I say community, I mean community when I was abroad, like the people I met, the friends I made. I mean community when I moved back to Cape Town, the people I got to see again, the people I got to like link up with again. Community, I mean people at my mom's rural area, like welcoming them and being happy to see the family back in the area made me happy. Community, I mean YouTube, I mean you guys being here consistently. Even though I didn't post for 3 months, I didn't really see the numbers drop. In fact, the numbers were rising slowly, but they were still rising, and I was like, you know what, I appreciate this. Other people would have been like, oh, she said she's not posting for 3 months. unsubscribe, but you guys did not do that. You guys stayed with me, and you know, you guys have actually helped me land quite a lot of great campaigns and stuff, because people see the numbers, they see the engagement, but also I just want to say that you guys really helped me with my confidence. Like, I was like, I am quite a confident person, but sometimes, you know, self-doubt does kick in, especially when you're going to take a big leap of faith, like leaving your job to sell a little book. But community really kicked in, you guys. Even if it's not buying the book, because I understand not everyone is going to buy a book, and obviously not everyone is going to need the book, but it's you guys sharing my stuff, it's you guys watching my videos, it's you guys @ing me on Instagram when you repost on your story, it's you guys reposting my reels and my work. Like, it's just spreading the word, retweeting my work. Like, some of you, I know you guys as being like consistent. Like, I know when I post, certain people are always going to try and push my stuff, and I don't want to name them because I'm gonna forget people, but like, I know you guys. I've literally even got like a list of, if I ever have a party to celebrate something YouTube related, these people definitely have to be on the list. Like, it is a given. Like, whatever, if some brand come and says, and we're gonna give you wada, pick 10 people to join you on this thing, I know who I'm picking. Okay, I know who is consistently with me. So if you're not, if you're not sure if you're on the list, please make sure you're commenting on my videos, because I can see it. I might not respond to all of them, but I can definitely see names that continuously pop up. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, I can tell. But anyways, thank you, community. That is what worked for me. No, I'm repeating things. That's what I'm grateful for. Yeah. And then lastly, number 8, plans for the year ahead. So 2024 is going to be a big year. It's going to be a massive year. Lots to be done. I just want to have a look at my goals and see what I set out. But like, there is definitely a lot to be done. So plans for 2024. There's a lot of numbers on this page. Okay, I've got my goals here. There's a lot of numbers. Okay, but it's just numbers. It's a numbers game. Life is a numbers game. Even money, I don't view money like that anymore. I now think of money as just a number, bro. But the ones I do want to share with you guys is obviously 100k subscribers on YouTube. Don't annoy me. Come on, share this video, like it right now. Like, I don't even want to chat, just like it. Okay, I want to exercise a lot more. You know, last year my asthma was so well behaved because I was recently asthmatic after COVID, but like, last year was such a smooth year. Didn't go to hospital, didn't have any health scares. I was just in my healthy era. So I'm like, you know what, let's do it again. You know, pregnancy, I don't know now. I don't want to get pregnant out of wedlock. That's one thing I know for sure. So if I get married this year, maybe I can get pregnant. So I don't want to say do not get pregnant, because now it's like, how Kanti, when you're not gonna get married? No, if I am married, let's vibe. But if I'm not married, definitely no thank you. I do not want that. Monthly salary. So obviously, since I left my job, you know, a lot of people, by a lot of people I really mean my dad, are a bit concerned about, like, is it worth it? You know, did you just leave your job just to say you work for yourself, but like, it's not really worth it? So right now my goal is to reach a certain amount per month, just to try and compare it to my 3rd year salary as a trainee. Obviously, I'm not going to reach my CASA salary right now. I've literally been operating for a month and a half. Okay, so I'm not gonna shoot myself in the foot like that. Like, yo, bruh, if you're not making 60k per month, leave it. How, bruh, it took me 7 years to be a CA. Why do you suddenly think Lomako's gonna be able to give me that amount of money in 1 year? Come on. I'm not saying it's gonna take me 7 years to get there, definitely not, but I'm just saying, if I can reach what I was earning at the end of my 3rd year of articles by the end of this year, I'll be more than happy. I will be like I will be like happy. Okay, investments, okay, obviously still want to do that, and I want to get like a return of 10%, whatever. Don't think you guys are really interested in that. I would also like to invest in my first investment property. A lot of people speak about property, but like I'm still doing my research. I'm still holding back on that. And obviously once you guys see me putting out a lot more property information or property videos, because they are coming, you guys will also be able to kind of gauge that, okay, she's close, she's about to buy her first property. The fact that she even knows this, because I find that the best videos that I make are the ones that I've gone through myself personally. Like if I'm gonna just give you guys a video based off of Google searches, it'll be fine, but like it'll miss that personal element touch. But if I've gone through something, the same way I give you guys videos about cars, it's because I've bought a car twice. I know the ins, the outs, the wrongs, the rights. I want to be like that for property. So once you see me yapping about property, just know I didn't send you an invite for the housewarming party, and you must come at me in the comment section like, hi bossy, when is the housewarming? And then I also kind of want to be a brand ambassador. I'm not sure what brand yet, but I really think I'm ready to be a brand ambassador. I feel like I'm in that era, okay? But low-key, what might end up happening is I might end up being a brand ambassador of Lumaku, which is funny because Lumaku is my baby, so guys. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have enjoyed reflecting with me. I hope you guys have had fun as much as I have. I love reflecting. I know this video might be longer than usual, but I didn't want to cut it down because this is actually part of my memories, okay? And like, I love watching these years later, so I don't want to chop things down just because I want to keep subscribers happy. I'm trying to keep myself happy too, okay? But I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. I do hope it's been enjoyable the entire time. Let me know in the comments if you reached this part of the video. Comment ready for the housewarming, my babes. Yeah, comment ready for the housewarming, my babes, just so I know that you reached the end of this video. And those who are not sure are gonna be so confused. They're gonna think I bought a house. They're gonna start congratulating me. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. I have enjoyed this video. I will check you guys later. It is 2024. Happy New Year. Wishing you all the best with all your goals and your dreams and your whatever. You guys can do it. I don't really have to tell you guys much because you guys are good at what you do. Keep pushing, keep moving. Love you guys. Really love you guys. And I'll check you guys in the next video. That cannot be my ending. I need to be more sophisticated like my mom, okay? I actually think I'm gonna do videos where I try imitate my mom, because my personality, I can't even say it's my dad, because my dad, I got papi kanje with people he doesn't know. Like, my dad is actually very scary as well, but like, you know, once you get to know him, you realize, oh my word, this is Nokuhle. But my mom as well, you know, because my mom has been so happy this year. My older uncle was like, hey, you know, I didn't realize your mom, his sister, was so papile. I think Nokuhle, you've rubbed off on her. I was like, bro, how am I rubbing off on an old person? This is clearly her default nature, her default character. She's just been suppressing it all these years. So now she's... Also, did I tell you guys that my mom is a vlogger? When I tell you? No. I think I had a great year, but my mom had a super fantastic year. I'm actually gonna ask her to give us a little reflection. I'm not gonna share her vlogging details because I actually don't think she posts them anywhere except her WhatsApp. But my mom is definitely in her vlogging era, and I love it for her. And I hope Mrs. Khumalo will give us a collab one of these days. I would really love to be on a collab with her. She's my role model, and I think she is great at what she does. Y'all know, I always thought I was a lot like my dad, and I am. But yeah, this year I also realized that I don't just look like my mom. I actually have her character. It's just that I cannot suppress it, but I'm gonna learn, okay? I'm gonna learn. When you guys see me doing videos like, all right, welcome to today's video. Today we're just going to be doing a video about how to buy your first property. So the first thing you need to do is you actually need to have a deposit. Banks will... yeah, man, we are born. You can see it's within me. But remember, that is so boring. Like, I don't know, do you guys want I don't know. Some people prefer that. Some people feel like if you're too papile, it annoys them. But I feel like I can't change the style. But also, I hope you guys know that this is like an accent that I put on. I don't think I speak like this in real life, but I have discussed this on Instagram. And if you don't know what I'm talking about accents, please can you go follow me on Instagram at Nokuhle_Khumalo, because you are missing out. This is where you're actually going to get to know me and what I'm actually busy with day to day. I post every single day, whereas on YouTube sometimes you guys might not see me for a couple of weeks. Sorry. But Instagram will literally always know what I'm up to, because those are my real besties. You know, you guys are my friends. That's why I say, hey, bangani, you guys are my friends. But Instagram, those are my best friends. So, I don't know. Don't you want to be a best friend? I would love to be Nokuhle's best friend. Check out on Instagram. And if you get on Instagram, just go to any post and just comment, hi, best friend. So I'll know that you're coming from YouTube. And I will comment and respond to you, because you are my best bomber. Me and my twin will be vibing. Alright guys, hey, I talk too much. Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please tip me with a like, comment, and subscription.